if you voted this way, block me, unadd me, we're not friends, don't look at me,
Don't talk to me.
contact my lawyer.
I don't like the way he dresses. I don't like
Whatever side you vote for, it's gonna upset a ton of people and hurt a lot of people,
Yep.
and also make people happy and benefit a lot of people. We're not gonna have a perfect world. That's never been how it's worked, and it never will be.
You aren't able to have a meaningful conversation with your family, with your friends, about why you feel the way you feel, and hear them out on why they feel the way they feel. Like, what's going on?
These politicians don't care about you. They don't know your name. They don't know what you do, what you work for, your goals, your beliefs, your friends, and people you've surrounded yourself for years do. Yo, welcome back to the Heatin podcast, the hottest podcast in the game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, follow, rate, all that good stuff. But again, thank you for tuning in to another episode.
Yes, sir.
Today is an important episode.
It is.
This is not a joke. I know if you guys watch us, you realize like, oh, they're joking. This is gonna be funny. I don't think what we're gonna be talking about is more of a joking matter today. No. It just seemed like something that needed to be had. The conversation,
Much needed.
yeah.
A little disclaimer real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to throw it out there. We're not really all that political. We're not choosing sides around anything. We just really wanted to make this episode because we feel like it was needed because of the state of the world right now.
Yes. So let's get straight into it, bro.
Let's do it.
To be blunt, we are living in the divided states of America right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it sure feels like it's always that way when elections come around.
Yeah, it's been like that. A little context.
Yes.
The election just ended.
Election just ended.
Donald Trump did, in fact, win. And a lot of people are not happy about it. A lot of people are happy about it.
There's always going to be those conflicting sides.
Yeah.
We get it, but we got to talk about it.
We do.
Okay. So let's just bring up social media real quick.
Go
all
ahead.
right. We're talking about people on social media right now are livid, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All I see is flames
Yeah.
on social media.
For real.
So
and it sucks because usually you see like the funny memes and stuff like that.
I have to scroll pretty damn
yeah.
far.
They
to find
deep
them.
in there this time.
I'm like, yeah, bro, let me
They
see the meme.
deep.
And then even when it's a meme, it turns into like something serious.
Yeah,
and I was like,
people's
no,
just-
I was supposed to. Anyway.
It's a laugh, no?
Anyway.
I get it.
That's why I made the TikTok.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to serious.
Sorry.
Back to serious. We have problems. We always do that.
This is how we cope, okay?
We're really sad about the state of affairs right now. No, but social media, right?
Yeah, man.
I'll say this before I get into it,
Go ahead.
because I don't want to add more negative on negative.
No.
I love
Mhm.
how passionate people are.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
nice.
it. I think it's very important. We live in a country that is nice to be passionate and have your beliefs
Yeah.
and be strong and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Talk. However, there are problems
There are.
when you're talking and excluding and dividing and hating. And so, where am I going with this? Okay. I want to bring up the fact that people are posting online. And once again, I will state, we are not choosing sides.
We're
I
not.
don't give a fuck who won or who lost. However, when I see people posting online about if you voted this way, block me, unadd me, we're not friends, don't look at me, don't
Talk to me.
contact my lawyer.
I don't like the way he dresses. I don't like
That,
all that stuff, bro. Yeah.
to me,
And that's more on the tame side too. I've seen some very hateful things recently,
Oh.
bro. It's been bad.
I'd have to bleep whatever you,
Yeah.
it's bad.
100%.
So they post this, right?
Yeah.
Because if you voted this way, you're voting for someone who's this and this and this and this. I'm not even going to say the labels because
No.
we will get demonetized.
Let's not do that.
And I have to bleep every other word.
Right.
So I'm sure people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it goes both ways though. I'm not gonna lie.
Both ways.
It does.
Okay?
Yeah.
Same thing happened in 2020
Yes.
when the other side won. Okay?
Yes,
So it happens both sides. Different arguments, but both sides.
I get it.
But my problem with it always
Mhm.
is the fact that, and I will bring up their argument about it, but it doesn't make sense to me to go ahead and label
Mm-mm.
everybody that voted one way as that.
No.
People vote for very different reasons.
Numerous of things, bro.
Like so many, bro.
It's got laws, policies, you know what I mean? This, that, and the other. I don't think you should be boxing and saying that you are XYZ because you voted for a specific person.
Yeah, I truly don't believe anyone votes for, unless you're an extremist, but I
Yeah.
truly don't believe anyone votes for a specific way and
Mhm.
believes 100% of what they do
No.
or stands for exactly what they do.
No.
They make politics
Yeah.
very black and white.
Mm.
If
It's
you
not.
if you vote this way, you believe in all these bad things.
Nah,
But
bro.
if you vote this way, You believe in all these good things. No.
Not how it goes. No.
Whatever side you vote for, I hate to break it to you. It's going to upset a ton of people and hurt a lot of people and also make people happy and benefit a lot of people.
There you go.
So, unfortunately, I mean, we're the divided states for a reason. We're not going to have a perfect world like people are looking at. Keep it blunt.
That's the truth.
We're just not going to have that perfect thing of, I mean, I got exactly what I wanted and everybody's happy.
No.
That's never been how it's worked and it never will be.
No, sir.
And yes, voting one side could potentially benefit more than the other. But also, there's only so much power that there actually is in these presidencies. Like, we still have to understand there's a lot of things that get passed and that happen outside of presidents.
100%.
Like, it's more of a face of the country.
Yeah.
So I just want people to understand, like, when you're cutting off these friends and people, bro, these politicians, as much as you'd like to believe, these politicians don't care about you.
Oh, they don't.
They don't know you.
You are another number.
A number,
guy.
Bro.
That's what you are.
They don't know your name.
Nope.
They don't know what you do, what you've worked for, your goals, your beliefs,
where
anything.
your mama stay, where your grandma stay, where your daddy stay.
Nobody, and they don't give a
at all.
At all.
At all.
I don't. But no, my point, joke aside, your friends,
they do.
The people you've surrounded yourself for years
That's the truth, man.
do.
Yeah.
To cut off the people that have been around you your whole life because of an affiliation, to me, doesn't seem... I don't even know the word for it. Ethical, I guess I could use, but then
fuck me and my words. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
try again.
I see your point.
Do you see my point? Yeah.
I see your point, but I also can kind of see it from the other's perspective though. Because I can see people that aren't open-minded and are thinking like, oh, they do hold the same exact values as the person that they voted for, this, that, and the other. They're going to be like, oh, I don't really want to surround myself with you. Which, at the end of the day, dog, that is kind of their choice. It's up to them. You know, you can't really knock somebody for wanting to cut somebody off because they think they hold a different value or more.
I get it completely from that side of things. Yeah. My problem is you are grouping what you literally put so many labels onto one person because of the bubble that they put. And by the way, I'm not saying that it's not true. I mean, like it's like you kind of say all the time, separating art from the artist. So it's like you have this side. Yeah, if you vote for it, a part of it, if they're that label, it gets on you too.
It does. I think the better way to go about that would be, instead of just immediately jumping on somebody for voting whoever they voted for or whatever, is have that conversation and be like, hey, why did you vote for that person? If you truly cared to that extent. You dig?
The problem, and again, take it back to social media, bro. I've been in the comments reading all these people's comments, bro. Because again, when you're not really on like any side, you're just kind of spectate. So and I'm trying to see both points and trying to understand where they're coming from.
Right.
And I do get both points. But also, what I notice is there's just a lack of like education and facts, especially with social media. We're talking about social media is the most accessible thing that people have in the palm of their hands.
It is.
Okay?
Not even just the fact that it's accessible, it's the fact that you can't really even tell what's real or not anymore. No. You remember that thing that we talked about when Marlon was over here? Yeah. About that. We still don't know what was actually said during that press conference.
So I think that plays a lot into what people believe in as well. It's like, where are you getting your facts from? Yeah. And again, I'm not here to sit and tell you what you're reading is wrong and what you're reading is right. I have no fucking clue anymore. Because on one side, I'll hear this, and then I'll hear the exact opposite on the next. So just like you said, we're in a weird time of media where, we're being fed this stuff. And I can't really confidently be honest and say that is a factual statement that I just heard. However, people don't need factual statements to run with whatever they're running with. And a lot of people are out here spreading information that has actually no merit or no like realism to it. But it's because they're regurgitating what they heard. Oh, yeah. It's literally a game of telephone.
That's all it is.
I'm going to say it, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to say it. Yep. And somehow, it went from America's great to America hates minorities. Yeah. Like, So it goes in very
It
different
does,
directions, bro.
It really does.
But also, it's important to have those people that have differing beliefs than you. Otherwise, you're making cliques.
Yeah.
Okay? You have all these people who believe this, this, and this. And now, again, United States of America, but we're divided.
It's all segregated.
I'm not saying like you shouldn't align yourself with people that like think like you and, you know, have same values. Like, I get the whole idea of why would I love someone who just completely voted against me and my life and my rights?
I get it.
At the end of the day, we live in the same country. So regardless of what side won, there was going to be problems or people mad regardless.
Yeah.
But to me, seeing people who are like, I hope Trump has an awful election term. I hope so y'all will see.
Do you though?
Like,
that affects all of us.
I was
dog.
like, bro,
like
whoever wins,
or vice versa.
I
pray
all of us. That my side or vote was wrong.
Yeah.
And I hope you do the best job you can. Like, why would I ever pray on my country's downfall?
Yep.
So the coolest thing, it was a nice, very nice speech. Biden delivered a speech today.
He did.
Okay.
I saw it.
And I honestly forgot he was still technically president. So he delivers his closing speech, right? And this quote is what I took away from it. And I think it's really important because people have forgotten. People have forgotten. And Biden said, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. And that quote has so much merit to it. And people have forgotten
it's a bar.
that we all live in the same country.
We do.
Okay?
We all here. We all going through this shit together, bro. But we're fighting each other.
Yes.
For what?
There has to be an understanding.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know when the world went so like close-minded. If you don't believe in what I believe in, you're wrong. I'm right. I don't want to hear you out. I'm right. I know I'm right. You're bad. I'm good.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I've had a lot of thought about this, especially during this election. I feel like it's been that way for a really long time.
Yeah.
It just has not been as broadcasted, or we just didn't pay attention to it. Does that make sense? Because I remember back in the day when I was like playing on the playground type stuff, I was beefing with a little girl about like Obama's presidency and stuff like that. I was saying like, he's going to win. I know he is. And she would like turn to me and we like had actual beef over it. I'm like 5 years old. Don't you get me? Like, I feel like it's always kind of been there. We're just starting to notice it and it's being more broadcast.
Yeah. And it's also one of those things like as humans, we are defensive. We're defensive creatures. Yeah. So it's like when we hear somebody goes opposing to us, how the hell do you want somebody to take that? Like, what did you expect? Of course they're angry.
But see, but that's the problem, though. There are people that do it deliberately to invoke, like, a response. To invoke that, hey, let's fight right now.
It's weird because, like, politics has turned into, like, almost sports. Like, I know it's weird to say, but it's like, bro, their sport team will win and they will bash the other team. Okay? And it's like, we are talking about serious stuff, so it's not something that you should be able. But, like, it happens.
We're spreading too much hate, bro.
Way too much hate.
Way too much right now.
Like, it is on a completely different level, bro. You told me a statistic.
Yeah, man.
You told me a crazy statistic, and I didn't even know this.
Yeah, man. That statistic, approximately 1,000 suicides were reported following the election.
1,000.
1,000 following from midnight of the night of the election towards the next day. 1,000 suicide rates. Another one. Crisis hotlines reported a 125 to 200% increase in contact immediately following the results of the election. People are going through it, my guy.
It's that's scary to hear.
Yeah.
And also, I feel very sorry for the people that have done that because it's like I can only imagine what you might have felt or the fear you felt. The problem is that should never happen.
Shouldn't, man.
Ever. So,
but it did. And that's the scary part.
And it's because every freaking time it gets more and more extreme. And we scare ourselves off.
We do.
We have gotten to a point where, politics is scary, but we're controlling the propaganda that's being put out, bro.
This is the truth.
So people are scared because they're seeing what everybody's been posting. Yeah. Whether it be true or not. Like I said, social media, bro, we have access to whatever they're telling us. Who the fuck knows if it's actually super accurate or not?
It's the truth. But you see it and it's implanted in your mind and then you kind of just run with it, bro. But imagine the amount of fear you had to go through to get to that point, though, bro.
I truly am like sorry to hear that people have been feeling that way. It's scary to see the power that politics does hold on people.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you have someone who takes an opposite side, it's gonna feel like they're coming at you and against what you stand for and trying to take things away from you. And I get that feeling is scary, but also we need to tone it down a little. Okay.
Like I said, I really think it's the way you go about it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's the way you go.
There's
about
no humility at all with any side in politics.
No, dude.
It's always in your face. Haha, told you, you're stupid. This is bad. And it's like, what good is it's not doing any good. Obviously, we're seeing that.
At all.
And I'd like to bring up somebody who was very influential. Okay, so we're talking about people are labeling. If you voted this way, you're voting for this label, this label, this label. Okay, and you're cutting people off, and you're not talking to them. If you believe that opinion is so wrong, what good does you leaving that person alone do? That person's going to have the same opinion that's still going to be hurting your opinions, no?
Literally.
So what better way to, I don't know, not even change, but at least understand or at least get the point across than to talk about it and have those people with different opinions around you. Yeah. Why? Because it challenges us to think differently.
It does.
It's if I have a group of people that all of them are telling me, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this. And I go out in the world and I'm like, I'm good at this. And then somebody tells me,
you're really not
matter of fact, you're not actually that good. What you say? You don't even know anything.
What's good?
I'm going to get defensive. But I didn't even take the chance to hear him out. Why do you think I'm not good at this?
Where can I improve?
And not even that. It's like, you could be 100% wrong. I am good at this.
Very true.
But why do you think that?
Yeah, let me know.
And again, it's like, I'm not saying that these sides haven't done that. I know they're listening, but it's listening and just waiting for their turn to talk. Yeah. It's not listening to truly comprehend what they're saying or what they feel.
Yes.
So that's always been a problem. And I want to bring up someone who's a very influential man.
Go ahead.
There's a man named Daryl Davis. Okay. If people don't know who Daryl Davis is, he was a musician, famous musician, however, an activist. Nice. He was a black man who is very well known for communicating and talking with the KKK and even persuading dozens of them to leave.
Whoa.
And change their ways.
A black man.
A black man.
That's hard, actually.
We're talking about the people that the KKK are against. Yeah. And he went in there. And how did he solve that problem? Did he solve it by cutting them off and say, burn them, and we don't need them, and they're stupid, and I'll cut them off and block me?
He went in there and talked to him.
He went in there and communicated.
He talked.
And guess what happened? Yeah, you didn't disband the KKK.
No.
But what did you do? You reduced it.
You did.
And
you invoke that conversation.
You invoke the conversation.
People to
think critically.
Literally. Have an open mind.
Differently.
Literally.
That's the one thing. So once again, bro, when I talk to people, I have my beliefs, okay? My idea is not to change your point of view or persuade you that I'm right. No. Every time I talk to a person, my point is, did you hear what I had to say? And did I hear what you had to say? And although I don't agree with you and you don't agree with me, can we at least come to some sort of understanding that I understand why you feel that way? And do you understand why I feel that way? I'm not saying you have to agree with why, but do you understand it?
Yeah, do you get where I'm coming from?
Yes, and I think a lot of people nowadays aren't willing to take the time to understand.
They're not.
Bro, we come from very different backgrounds. We come from different lifestyles, different families, money. Everything is different, bro.
Yes, sir.
So you want me to believe in what you believe in, but we don't live the same life at all. How am I supposed to believe in what you believe in?
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
And once again, this goes without saying, just because I don't believe in what you believe in, it doesn't mean I'm going to hate you for it.
No.
So, and we're talking about a black man persuaded KKK members.
He was able to do
If he could do it, you're telling me you can't persuade, or again, not persuade, you can't communicate with your social media friends, with your real friends.
That's what I was about to say. That's a big word that you're like saying. Him talking to the KKK, that's low-key his ops. You feel me? Like,
Bro,
that's his ops.
yes.
And he was able to go in there and communicate. You aren't able to have a meaningful conversation with your family, with your friends, about why you feel the way you feel and hear them out on why they feel the way they feel. Like, what's going on?
It's weird because I know it's so simple, and I know it sounds stupid to believe it's this simple, but truly, all conflicts can be resolved with communication.
Okay.
And just a quote from him,
Okay.
something that I took away. He had a TED Talk called Clan We Talk.
What was it?
Clan We Talk.
Clan We Talk.
That is great marketing,
That's
by the way.
bars
Anyway,
right
he says, I'm going to read this whole thing, okay?
Go ahead.
What I have come to find to be the greatest and most effective and successful weapon that we can use to combat such adversaries as ignorance, racism, hatred, violence. Listen to the labels I just said.
That's what's
the
getting
same
thrown
labels that are being thrown around right now, and is also the least expensive weapon and is least used by Americans. He knows it. There's a reason.
That's the truth.
That weapon is called communication.
There you go. Bars.
It is so simple, but I get it. It's not easy.
When emotions get involved, that's when it becomes difficult.
100%.
You know, that pride, that not wanting to be wrong, that feeling of being attacked, or you know what I mean? That's when it becomes hard to communicate.
We do more damage than some of these parties do. And we continue to fall into the same cycle where it's this or that. Yeah. And it's not. We are together.
We are.
Remember, this country is called United States of America. Yep. Can we please act like it?
Please, for the love of God. I'm
so,
you.
We could end it here, bro. I know this was a little deeper and, more powerful than we, I guess, usually go. Some people are going to watch this and think everything we said is absolute bullshit. 100%. And that's okay.
That is okay.
And that's okay.
That is fine.
But I hope the takeaway is the one thing I ask you to do and everybody to do is just take the time to understand and to listen and to communicate.
Amen.
And that's it. You don't need to be right all the time. You just need to listen.
That's it.
So
that's literally it.
Wow, we did it, bro. We had a serious episode.
We really did.
Look at us.
That was kind of cool. Kind of liked it.
I know.
Kinda
Next episode, we could talk about
go back to Diddy or something.
Diddy.
Like that. You know how we do.
He probably will do something next week anyway.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Make sure you tap into all the socials at Heatin Up Podcast and at S15 on Instagram and TikTok. That is Bello. I am Ant. This is Heatin Up. And we are out.
Love y'all.
Love you guys. Peace.